Good morning, Rena. Welcome to the Sunday Sprintacular, hosted by myself, Gillian St. Kevern, my co-host, Jamie Sands, and joined by the people of awesomeness in the chat. Hooray!
Yay! It's a Sunday morning and I'm feeling quite sleepy. I'll warn you right now.
Wearing dressing gowns and pajamas and onesies is probably not going to help us be super productive, but I really wanted a pajama day. So yeah.
Yep.
Here we are.
I was going to wear my Totoro onesie, but it needs a wash. So today I'm Thumper, which is a very similar design, to be honest.
Yep.
But it is quite warm up here, so if it doesn't cloud over, I might end up de-onesieing a little bit, depending on how warm I get.
Yep, fair enough. So very quickly, I'm Gillian St. Kevern. I write all sorts of paranormal nonsense with an LGBTQ plus twist. With LGBTQ plus sort of focus. And yeah, I am here today to work on my current work in progress, so I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie, your turn.
I'm Jamie, non-binary, and I write. I just got distracted by one of my own book covers. I write queer romance and urban fantasy, and my spouse is laughing at me because she heard that. And
in Jamie's defense, their covers are very beautiful and distracting. And I don't know why Anna is laughing, because hasn't she designed some of your book covers?
She has. Not this one, though. I just saw it. These moths, aren't they distracting? Yeah. I love them. What else was I going to say? I've got no idea.
I think this is a very accurate introduction of ourselves in this channel.
To be fair, I got out of bed 10 minutes ago, so.
Yep. I got up really early and was puttering about on Facebook, and one of my favorite writers for authors, Monica Leonel, was posting on Facebook about an online mini conference that she was taking part in.
Oh, wow.
And it was about launching your book on Kickstarter, which is not something I have any interest in doing, but it's Monica. So I clicked on the post and saw that Melissa Storm is part of this mini conference. Melissa Storm is a writer who came to the Romance Writers Conference in 2019, and I helped organize that conference. So I spent a bit of time with Melissa, and she is awesome and has like a ridiculous 7 dogs and 3 cats.
Oh, I think I remember hearing her speak.
All of the dogs and cats and her husband and daughter all moved to Canada.
Wow.
So Melissa is just a really cool person, cool author, and just really knows so much. But she was on this, so I was like, oh my gosh, 2 of my favorite people in the same thing. And they both replied to me and were like, you have to come and watch us. So from 8 o'clock until not long ago, I was watching this online conference, and I am now convinced that I need to launch a book on Kickstarter.
So our friend Darian Smith has just done that.
Yeah,
he's a romance writer and a fantasy one. And he's relaunching. It's a book he's already written, I think, but he wants to what's the word? Get a better cover and generally make it.
Oh, that's not it. Hang on. I grabbed 2 books instead.
There we go, that's Darian's.
Yeah, so this is basically a high fantasy whodunit.
Yeah.
Which I love.
He's a really good guy, and So I've shared his post. I haven't backed it just yet, but I will.
Can you pop it in the Discord? Maybe?
Yes, I can. Yeah, he's
awesome.
a good local author, and he goes to the Armageddons with me. He was actually one of the reasons I did, because I messaged him. I said, "Is it worth it?" And he's like, "Yep." So I was like, "Okay, I will then." It's not a very exciting story.
Darian's hilarious. So Darian and his wife are both authors, and Darian writes high fantasy and is quite gritty, and his wife writes very sweet romance. And actually at the conference they were both sort of talking about the fact that their last name is Smith, which is very
generic.
boring. And Melissa suggested they do a Mr. and Mrs. Smith approach and like battling genres. And
I love that.
Whenever I think of either Darian or Adrian now, I think of Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I was actually awake for a while this morning because one of my favorite cover artists had a big sale where she does a whole lot of pre-mades and sells them for cheap, but you have to be the first one to comment and say mine. So all of the ones that you want, it's already too late because I was asleep when it started. But there was some really, really gorgeous stuff in there. And she said, look, if what you want is already sold, get in touch and I'll make, something similar for you. So it was fun to have a look through all the cool stuff. It's horrible for me, though, because when I look at a whole lot of pre-made covers, I start imagining like the story that I could write. And I don't need to give myself more projects. Yeah.
Yep.
How does Discord work? It's really just a chat server. If you join with the link, let me get the link again. You'll get into the server that we're using, and we pretty much only spend time in the general channel, so it's pretty straightforward.
Yep. Joanna says that she has the Discord. She's just not sure what to do with it, which I feel.
It's not too complicated, really. You just post in there and say hi, and then other people will say hi, really.
Yeah. So yesterday we had our usual tarot card warm-up, but we discussed the idea of doing it's not my 10 things exercise. It is just an exercise that I use a lot, where we give, basically it is a technique to use when you are stuck, brainstorming, just trying to get something, sort of get a boot in the rear and get yourself going. Basically, you put the numbers 1 to 10 on a piece of paper and you decide what you're trying to do. So yesterday, Jamie was searching for ways to start their current project. In this one, I was thinking of ways that...
First thing.
Yeah. In this one here, I was thinking of ways that I could work in the fact that vampire hunters exist into my story. But you can do like ways to finish a scene, plot twist ideas, character backstory ideas. The idea is basically you just give yourself, you've got to come up with 10 things and you give yourself 10 minutes in which to do it. Except because this is a warm-up, I'm going to suggest we do 5 minutes and as many things as you can go. And the idea behind this is that the first couple of things will be whatever is front of mind, and it will be relatively easy to come up with them. But once you get past number 4 or so, you have to work a bit harder to come up with ideas. And so you push past the obvious and start digging, and you end up with 10 ideas, some of which are ludicrously stupid, of which are quite good.
Yeah, it's useful.
Yeah.
So yeah, my ones that I ended up using were number 4 and number 10 yesterday.
Awesome.
But some of the others might be useful for other scenes. So it's very good.
Yep.
I'm going to do 10 things about my point of view character.
Yep. One of the things I have to do today is, once I finish kind of retweaking my current scene, I'm writing an entirely new scene. So I'm going to do 10 ideas for that entirely new scene. Okay. And Inca is starting dinner.
Good luck.
Excellent. So 5 minutes starting now. Okay. That is our 5 minutes up. And I think I have a complete scene plotted, so that's exciting. Wow.
I did 10 things about Alistair. And I found out he's a Gemini.
Oh, neat.
I like having the zodiac signs as kind of a basic springboard for some character traits.
Yeah.
I don't think I've written a Gemini before, so that's exciting.
That is very cool. I don't know enough about the zodiac signs to get a clear, what's the word, picture of sort of personality traits from them, but it's always seemed like a really useful tool potentially.
Yep.
Joanna managed to come up with 10 main plot points for a new work in progress and is currently taking a break from the series novel she's been working on. So that's really exciting.
What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know a ton about zodiac signs, but I know enough to kind of be like, well, Geminis they're not two-faced, but they might have dual personalities, which works really well for this character because he's grown up in a certain way. So he has a facade that he shows the world that's very grumpy, but secretly underneath it all, waiting to be unlocked, is this like bubbly, happy person that might happen, hopefully. So it's just an example.
Eugene from the Try Guides did a hilarious ranking all of the different zodiac signs that I really enjoyed, even though I didn't understand any of it.
What's your zodiac sign?
I am a Capricorn.
Oh, yeah.
And I read somewhere that Capricorns start off in life really serious and mature and responsible, but then go through a second childhood later in life and just go a little bit off the rails. So I'm looking forward to that.
My ex was an Aquarius, and actually Eugene's an Aquarius, so he read a lot of filth in that video. Not Aquarius, sorry, Capricorn. About how Capricorns can be completely judgy of themselves, holding themselves to a very high standard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aquarius came up because Joanna said it, and there's something about Aquarius. I think in that video, Eugene says that all Aquarius people are aliens pretending to be human. I'm a Libra because my birthday is in 4 days.
Yay.
Which is why I get horribly distracted by pretty things and can never make a decision. I'm not good at guessing them though, Inka. No good at all. Oh, interesting.
So my mum, stepdad, and dad all have their birthdays within 2 weeks of each other.
Wow.
I find that really interesting. Yes, I remember when
January.
Inky's birthday is.
It's so you're either a Capricorn or what comes after Capricorn? I can never remember the order of them is the problem.
Yeah.
Internet will tell me. Or Aquarius. I think it's right on the cusp, are you, Inka? Is it like the 21st? 21st of January? something like that. At my family, we have me and my brother and my mother are all Libra, and my sister and my dad are both Aries. So we only have the two warring factions. 24th. Okay, so Inca is Aquarius, just like Joanna. Aliens.
I've just been asked if I can do an evening babysitting this week so sister and brother-in-law can go to the movies, and I'm teasing them that they're going to the Paw Patrol movies. And he just texted back, and they're actually in the theatre at the Paw Patrol movie right now.
Jesus. Could be a parent, honestly. All right, should we jump into a sprint?
Yep, let's go.
Feeling excited about my character.
Yep. I cannot dive into the fun chapter that I've just outlined because I've still got some work to do on the previous chapter. But I am really excited to be at some point today writing new words. Ooh. No, I will wait and talk about this in our next break. Let's do some words. 20 minutes starting now.
Grumbles. Yeah. Oh, what a grumble. Yeah.
Yay! Hi, Mochi.
Have a look at this bald patch.
She's looking very happier today than she was in the photos yesterday. So clearly being home agrees with her.
She's had a lot of sleep.
Good. Good, Mochi. You get all the sleep you need. Kick Jamie off their chair if you need to. We all support you.
You can have the chair if you want. Some water? Okay. Okay. Do you want it? Mochi. Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, that is the end of our first sprint. Let me just rearrange my windows. There we go. How did you get on?
Really good. I got 723 words.
That's fantastic.
And killed off my main character's parents.
Yay!
Yay! It needs to happen, so it's fine.
Yep, better get it done with.
Yep, over and done with.
Yep, and we had a Mochi visit, which is super exciting. And I think it's probably going to be the highlight of our stream. Yep, Mochi is where she belongs.
Yep, in my hoodie on my chair. So 723 words, I think I said. Did I say that already? I can't remember.
Yeah. Joanna got 689 words.
Oh, wow.
That's really good. And I have just been asked if I want to house sit over Christmas.
Oh. Whereabouts?
This is the question. You don't want to be too far away from sister and brother-in-law, because little kids and Christmas is such a fun combination. It is. It's their neighborhood.
Oh, nice.
And it's a puppy.
Puppy.
So, okay, I will countertest. But let's see. Okay, so I have finished chapter 3, and I moved some of the words in chapter 3 because it was getting a little bit too large into my new chapter 4. So I have
lost my notebook. I've got it now. Okay.
So let's see, what am I doing? So yeah, I'm excited for a puppy, but also to be working on my new chapter and writing new words in this book.
Yes. I've been having a lot of fun with this new book. This style is very, I don't think it's necessarily Victorian, but it's pretending to be. It's sort of a bit different to my normal style, so that's quite fun. Hopefully it's working.
Victorian English is the best. I did a course of a year-long Victorian literature course at Canterbury. And then when I did my honours year at Auckland, I did my honours project on Dickens and Wilkie Collins and the origins of the detective novel. And oh my gosh, it was like I wasn't studying. I was having fun talking about crazy Victorians. But speaking of house sitting and stuff, I think everyone on this stream is the kind of animal person that will appreciate this. I got a text from a lovely friend of my sister's who is one of my regular house sits. And she said, okay, we've got this dog, Toby, who needs a house sitter over in January, and my mum can't take him. Her mum owns a doggy daycare. Mum can't take him because this dog has separation anxiety if he's not in his house. Can you look after Toby? And I was like, yep. And she's like, awesome. Oh, can I pass your number on to Toby's mum? And I was like, great. And then I get a text from Toby's mum, and we're about 8 texts into this conversation, and we've agreed to meet up. And I'm like, I don't actually know your name. I only know you as Toby's mum.
Well,
so there were 4 different people involved in this conversation, and nobody thought to
had introduced anyone.
The name of the human. It's only the dog that matters.
Well, I mean, I get that.
Mm-hmm. I'm really excited to meet Toby. He sounds like a very special dog. Yep, he is a super dog, apparently. So yes. I am trying to retire from house sitting, and I made it a rule. I wasn't going to accept any new house sits from people or dogs that I do not know, or animals. I also house sit cats. And look, I've just expressed interest to new house sits.
And to the internet in general.
I am Superman because I wasn't planning to have a pajama day, and I left my dressing gown in Christchurch, got out to Omaha, realised it was pajama day, and so I'm borrowing my stepdad's dressing gown. But yeah, I role played as Superboy for many years, and I have strong feelings about all of the super family. I think they're really underrated and not well understood as comic characters. I think their potential is just completely glossed over in favor of gritty, dark heroes, which are completely boring to me. I also think the Flash is just so entertaining and great. Like, I love Barry, I love Wally. Bart Impulse is my heart.
So good.
Okay, we are not talking about DC.
No, we're not going into that. We're not going to deep dive. Back into sprints.
Yeah, 20 minutes starting now. Okay. It is 11:10. That was the end of our second sprint for the day. And we have been joined by Kitty. Hi, Kitty.
Hello, Kitty. I got 465 words done. I had to stop to look up some inspiration images on Pinterest before looking at what people look like.
Yeah. Joanna's got 786 words.
Wow.
I don't know how many words I added, but I started this chapter with about 400 words that I cut and pasted from the previous chapter, and I'm now at 836.
Nice.
So that is exciting. Since we are running behind schedule, instead of taking a break now, I'm going to suggest that we dive straight into our next stream, but people like me who need to run to the bathroom can do so at the start of the sprint.
Sounds good.
Awesome. And then next break, please remind you to tell me for me to tell you about my survey.
Survey. Okay. Yep. I'm going to put it in the private chat.
Sounds good. Okay, 20 minutes. Let's go. Okay, that is the end of our third sprint. I am now at 1,159 words. So I'm just going to get the calculator out so I can work out how many words I added in that last sprint. Jamie, how did you get on?
I got 397 words. Again, got distracted on Pinterest because I was looking for some new names.
323. And I did not get distracted on Pinterest, so you're doing well.
Okay, good. Up to chapter 3, which
well
is pretty
done.
good for starting yesterday.
Kitty has been pimping out the Lego collections of everyone here, which is really good.
Nice.
And it looks like Kitty is counting down to their Pride Festival, which is really good.
Pinterest is dangerous. I'm losing focus a bit, so I think for this last sprint, I'm gonna do some admin instead of writing.
Yeah.
Upset child somewhere nearby.
So thank you very much for reminding me about a survey. Basically, I wanted to share some really cool news with everyone. I am doing the Certificate of Small Business Management. So I'm going to rearrange my windows so that I'm looking at you when I'm talking to you. And as one of our assignments, we need to do a market research project, basically, which involved, for me, this involved surveying my newsletter subscribers to find out how happy they are with me, basically. And this is something that I have known would be a good thing to do for a very long time, but I have always been scared to actually do it. But this project has pushed me to do it. Now, I need 30 responses to meet the requirements for the course. I sent this out yesterday and I currently have 24 responses.
Wow, that's huge.
Yep, 26 if I count 2 of my friends who filled it out to test it for me.
I think you can count them.
I am just really happy with that response. It is like such a relief to have it done and going well. And it looks like I'm going to get those 30 responses, so that's good. So yeah, that is my big excitement.
That's very good. Oh dear, I'm very sleepy.
Yep. How are you doing in your onesie? Are you
actually all right because it's it clouded over and it's quite windy, so I'm at a pretty good temperature. Awesome. I don't imagine I'll be able to keep it on this afternoon though. It's going to get too hot.
Yeah. My pajama hours may be limited too. We'll see. But I am enjoying this so far. I am so fuzzy and comfortable.
Yeah. I do kind of wish I could sit back down, but Mochi is way too asleep to disturb, so
yep.
It's all right.
Kitty hasn't seen Mochi today, I don't think. Oh. Can we have a little Mochi?
We can.
Moment.
There she is. She's pretty sleepy. We're not sure she got much sleep at all at the vet because she was very tired when we got her home yesterday. Very cranky in the car, and then as soon as we got home and she realized she was at home, she quietened right down. It was very sweet. Yeah. And she said, I've given her 2 injections since she's been home. She doesn't love them, but she doesn't hate them either. So
far good. Okay.
What tablecloth? I'm confused.
Is it the cloth that Mochi's sleeping on, maybe?
Oh, that's my hoodie. That's a grey hoodie. Where did we look? Just there? Yeah,
oh,
no.
Maybe the cloth that is covering...
Oh, behind me. Yes. Oh my god, I hate this camera. It is a print of whale shark design from Kayukan Aquarium.
Yep.
I
think it says the blue with red flowers, so I think it is there beneath your plant. No?
Oh, yes. Okay, so that's sarong. Pareu from Rarotonga.
Awesome. Okay. Let's get to work. Bossy Gillian is in the house saying let's get to work for our final sprint for today. 20 minutes. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah.
Okay. Where are we? Here we go. That is the end of our fourth and final sprint. Joanna has gone to help her son with an employment issue. I have very nearly finished chapter 4. I'm at 1,404 words and I'm aiming for 1,500. So I just need to bring Ursula to a decision and then we're good. You had a conversation with Mochi.
Yes, I did. She got down off the chair and then she got back up on it. It was the whole thing.
Yeah.
I got a blog post posted. It's a guest post, so I didn't have to do much work, just format it. And I wrote a piece on my Jackson Knight page about the various names the main pairings have each other saved in their phones as.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Which was quite fun. I will link to it in the Discord if I can.
Very cool.
Here we go.
So I have my accountability meeting in an hour, and then after that we've got the Romance Writers Canterbury monthly catch-up, which is happening on Zoom.
Oh, lovely.
So
I think we've got my parents-in-law coming round for a socially distanced outside catch-up, so that'll be exciting. Actually see
really
some people.
Nice. Yep. I have got to go and grab lunch because my stomach is devouring itself, and I am not a nice person when I'm hungry.
Me neither.
Is real. Yeah.
My hanger is intense, yeah. Anna worked out the first time we went to Japan together that if I say I might be feeling hungry or I'm starting to think about food, she has a half hour to get me to where there is food before I get real bad.
I had started carrying around Snickers bars with me in Japan because, like, if there was nothing else, a Snickers bar could stave it off a bit.
Yeah. When I was in America, I did carry around granola bars from Trader Joe's for exactly that reason.
Awesome. Okay. We will be back here next weekend. As Inka has discovered, I have scheduled a lot of streams in advance. This is because as NaNoWriMo season approaches, two friends of mine, Julie, who is very active in the chat and joins us most streams, Julie and my friend Judy are the municipal liaisons for Canterbury, for New Zealand South Island Other, and a couple of regions in the States. I've got no idea. But they're sort of collecting live streams and writing related events that people can join during November. But for them to be able to share these events, they have to have links in advance. So yesterday I sat down and scheduled our weekend live streams for all of October and November. It was ridiculous. It took me forever, but it's done. Yep.
Yeah, we might have some evening streams. I'll just see how I go with the new job because it has been pretty tiring.
Yep. I anticipate that I will be completely useless this entire week, just with it being school holidays, and now with babysitting at least one evening and meeting a dog on another evening. So, yeah.
Important business.
You can find, if you are looking for the streams, you just have to look on my channel under upcoming videos, I think, and there will be a ton. If you are looking for the Canterbury writers and the Nano Hub, they are on Discord, but I don't know what their Discord is. I will ask Julie to share it in ours. But yeah, my tummy is really cranky, so I'm going to say goodbye.
Let's say goodbye.
Awesome.
Thanks everyone for joining us.
Yep. It's been really lovely having you all here with us, and hopefully we'll see you again next weekend. Until then, stay safe and healthy, and yeah, write well. Bye.
Bye.